Because today we're going to finish this game. That's the goal. That's the core. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. I assume I fight through here, get out there, something takes me over. We're going to find out what happens when we do. It's been a long time coming. I think this might be episode 16, something like that. We've worked for this one. Let's go figure out what's on the other side. Welcome back. I am a friendly pest. Today I'm playing Vertigo 2, playing on an Oculus Quest 2, streaming this from my PC over virtual desktop. Today is going to be a good day, because today we're going to finish this game. That's the goal. That's the core. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. I assume I fight through here, get out there, something takes me over. We're going to find out what happens when we do. It's been a long time coming. I think this might be episode 16, something like that. We've worked for this one. Let's go figure out what's on the other side. Let's go up on Monday. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. If you want to make any suggestions what I play next once I've completed this game, I'd love to hear them. I've got a couple things in mind. I'm not exactly chomping at the bit for any of them, I would say. So if you have something that you would think be particularly interesting, don't hesitate. Let me know. It's hard to see them in here. Forgot to mention, I'm wearing my X16 haptic feedback vest from B Haptics, and once again, it is working first try today. The difference being, the last couple times I've used it, I launched Steam VR, and then I launched the game from Steam VR, instead of just launching the game from like desktop or whatever, and that seems to have made the difference. Haptic healing. I think what I've been doing a ton of lately, I've been doing a ton of canoeing and bicycle riding. And I've been really enjoying both. You know, to the degree that I enjoy things, that is. Whee! Anyway, well.
Warning, likely wavefront inhibitors overcapacity. Core containment failed.
It's hard to see.
Each of those triangles is a single graviton wavefront inhibitor. There's still enough left to operate the core safely at reduced capacity, but the black hole itself has been knocked into a diverging resonance. Without being destabilized, it will tear the chamber apart and release all of its energy at once.
Stability is restored. Core evaporation is imminent.
That worked well. Sorry, Joe. been fun.
I wish it didn't have to come to this. We just have to learn that the Void delegation is gentler on this world than the core destabilizing would be.
Wait. What does the Void delegation have to do with this? How do you even know about them? I've barely begun researching the Void.
Who do you think you're working for, Brian?
I was just doing Nani a favor. I don't know why Nani cared about this girl and getting her home.
Brian, Nani is working for the Void delegation. When Sonja arrived in this universe, she was chosen by an agent of the Void as the catalyst, and had her molecular structure altered to open a gateway when she touches the event horizon. Why? For the delegation to retrieve the holy hypercube.
Wait, hypercube from the Thanatos scriptures is in this universe?
How many hypercubes do you think there are, Brian? None of this matters now, though. Sonja must jump into the core, or Earth will be destroyed the good old-fashioned way with an enormous explosion.
Wait, stop. You idiots really think a quantum reactor collapse would be as destructive as the entire Void delegation having a portal to our front lawn? We don't know if they would just take the hypercube back. They could easily kill us all. They could snuff out the sun on a whim. They could delete every atom in the universe in an instant. They could turn our universe into the ether.
Sonja, let me remind you that if you don't jump in, you will also die in the explosion.
It's a sacrifice that will save over half the Earth and the rest of the solar system. Not to mention all other life in the entire universe.
Sonja, you have to act now. Neither Brian or I can force your hand. You just have to do what must be done.
Sonia, please, don't do this. You don't understand how the delegation operates. I am begging you.
What happened?
Your well-meaning friends cannot force your hand. But I can. You thought you could break from your path using the vortex propagator, but it only sealed your fate. I shall return the hypercube to its glory, and Napoleon will grant me a seat on his council at last. Based on its technical specifications, this pod is designed to drop scientific instruments into low orbit or on the reactor core. We will be taking a more direct trajectory. When you pass the event horizon, your altered cells will trigger a reaction leading to the creation of a permanent rift to the Void, where Napoleon's soldiers wait restlessly even now. In appreciation of your compliance, you will even return to your home afterwards. We have no interest in your universe. Now, the time has come.
Pilot data is online. Releasing drop pod in 15 seconds.
It must be frustrating to be so powerless, but this is how it must occur. Farewell, and thank you for your service to the Void.
Can't seem to interact with anything. Well. Hey, Nani.
Greetings, friend and family. We are finally on our way home. Try not to think of the world we leave behind. The hypercube residing in that realm was a sentence of death from the beginning. The Void delegation, it is more powerful than you can imagine. The only one who could have stopped Henrique is a rogue realm walker, and even Cowboy has his limits. What matters is, we are safe. We will never set foot in that cursed reactor again. The nightmare has ended. We near your universe. I have a ways to travel yet. May our paths never cross again. Thank you for the fruit.
Realmic transference complete. FAM duty fulfilled. Initiating permanent shutdown.
I done?
Looks like we did it. Okay. Assuming that's really the end of the game, I kind of wonder if there's alternate endings. Enrique didn't give me any choice at the end, nothing I could figure out how to interact with. That doesn't mean I didn't miss something. We did it. We unlocked New Game Plus, which I absolutely will not be doing. Interesting. Let's give it some thoughts. I figured I was close to the end whenever I stopped last week. That was evidently pretty true. That entire last playable sequence seemed kind of like a waste of time almost. But it was a cool environment. And then they kind of left the game hanging for a sequel, which is interesting. Even though I did not particularly enjoy this game, I would like them to make a sequel. I really didn't care for the combat in this game. I thought the weighted weapons add like an input latency that's not necessary because I already physically have to move, right? So the additional input latency just makes everything feel rubbery. And this game really highlights that. The weapons are kind of worthless, the mobs take a lot of damage, and they deal a lot of damage. So I didn't particularly care for the combat, and the game had a lot of combat. But it did have a lot of creativity also, some really cool environments. Overall, I would probably give it like a 5 out of 10. You know, maybe a 6. Because I think there were moments that I did really enjoy. Most of the time, I wouldn't say that I enjoyed too much of the game. Overall, it was fine. I liked Vertigo 1 better. I'm glad to have made it to the end, even though it took me a very long time. And I hope they make another one. And I hope they either make it more fun to play or they reduce the combat and lean into the other creative stuff more. But we got there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this series. It's been a long time coming, and we're finally there. We made it to the end of Vertigo 2. Feels good. Ready to start the next game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. This will go up on Monday. Whenever you find this video, hopefully it finds you well. Hopefully you're having a good week. Hopefully you got some fun weekend plans. Hopefully you're spending your free time with the people you want to spend your free time with. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this tiny channel. Have a nice day.